So that's pretty much the conversation we're gonna get into. Jamaal Miller, thank you for joining me on the Blackdrop.
No problem, brother.
I appreciate you coming out, man. This feature is really awesome. Just because, like I said, growing up in Charlotte, we didn't really necessarily know each other, but I feel like I know so much about you.
Yeah, facts.
So again, I just want to thank you for joining me, man. If you would tell the people real brief about yourself.
All right, Jamaal Miller. I'm from Charlotte, North Carolina. Went to West Charlotte High School.
Hey.
Then went to college, Western Carolina. Been a fitness trainer for the past 12 years. Just very passionate about helping people, impacting people's lives, and then just changing my environment as a whole.
It's changing your environment. Wow. And so you said that people, your family, friends, and stuff, they were telling you to go into coaching, athletic training type stuff since middle school.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you know many other people who have been kind of put on this course to become the coach, athletic trainer since like middle school, like in the fitness world?
Honestly, I don't know many people that have been put on who have been told to go into fitness. Most of the people that I know that are in fitness were either athletes before, or were people that have lost a bunch of weight and had a huge transformation, and then got into fitness.
Okay. Yeah, that I can honestly say I see a lot of that too.
Yeah.
So I'll say it this way, not to make you seem like you're some standout individual, but being bred into this fitness world, if you will, knowing that you wanted to become an athletic trainer in middle school, what are some of the differences that you notice between people who go through large amounts of high capacity weight loss and become the fitness trainer versus those who are kind of just already in the field based upon passion for, something from a long time ago?
Yeah, I think mainly the biggest thing is just paying attention to detail. Okay. I think there's a huge difference in, and this is not to throw any type of shade or anything like that, but I do think that people that have put the time in as far as studying, but also put the time in as far as meeting with people and meeting with people where they are, as far as, hey, I want to train you for this. Because when we started, I was honestly training people for free. And it was really just because I wanted to get into the field and I wanted to learn more and I wanted to help people for the most part. Yeah.
Okay. So when did you start? When did you actually officially start training other people?
So officially, I would say I started in college.
Okay.
And I was working at Western Carolina, and I was doing intramural sports, and I was a referee.
Okay.
And so I worked at the gym, just handing out key cards. And so I met this guy who was doing a Group X class, and I was like, man, he's got that place rocking, bro. I gotta see what it's like. So I did the class. I started doing the class with him, and I realized like this is something that I see could help people, because it's got good energy. It's also, people are transforming. It's a good way to meet people, but also you see people's change and confidence grow just from training them. Yeah. So I started then. I got my certification with ISSA in college, and from that point, I started training with the toughest client that I had, and that was my mother. She was the hardest person to train for me, but it made me one of the best trainers on the planet. And it's mainly because, our parents, they see us as their babies.
Right.
So, like, we get so much resistance. You know what I'm saying? Just from training, there's so much resistance. There's so much, back talk. And it helped me deal with just about any client that I've had, whether it's someone that's super ambivalent, to someone that's super jittery, to someone that doesn't pay attention, to someone that wants to know what every single thing works. So it helped me immensely as far as training goes.
Wow, I imagine so. Some of the hardest lessons make us the greatest teachers, so
yeah,
that makes perfect sense. Keeping along the lines of what was one of the more difficult tasks that you had to face, whether it be being in Charlotte or just being in the area that you grew up in? What has been some of the difficulties of growing your business here? Or even, what am I trying to say? Getting people to see that you're a legitimate business, a legitimate trainer here in Charlotte.
Wow, man. So, that's so many layers to that question. But I would probably say the biggest thing for me has been, for one, I think when I started training, I was always the youngest person of my clients. Like, my client just my demographic age is about 40 and up.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, so, and I started 10 years ago. I was in my early 20s starting. So the first thing for me was just gaining respect from people that were older than me, because, people that see you as a guy that's really been in shape his whole life, they don't really see how you can help them. So just building that trust factor was very challenging, coming from me just being young. And then also my clientele was not, African American at the time. Where I started training at was primarily, Caucasians. So me dealing with figuring out the trust factor from that point as well. And then also, I think one of the biggest things for me was learning the actual business of training, because there's one thing to be a trainer and there's another thing to actually run a business, as far as training. And for me, when we first get into training, it's just like we think it's going to be fun. We're going to get in there to train people, but then, boom, you got to worry about payroll. You got to worry about leasing. You got to worry about how much money to bring in. And there's so many factors as a business owner that when I first got hit with it, I was kind of taken aback. But, we were able to really thrive.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a lot, man. I appreciate you sharing those. Sometimes people don't like to share some of the obstacles or hurdles that they have to face early on, right?
Yeah.
I really appreciate you sharing that. And I'll speak for myself. In photography, there's a part of photography that's an art.
Yeah.
Right? And a part being behind the camera, videography, etc. That's an art. And then undoubtedly, from the entrepreneurial side, you have the business.
Yeah.
Sometimes I find it kind of hard to differentiate and separate.
Oh, yeah.
Is that the same thing in fitness and business?
Yeah, there's definitely an art when it comes to fitness. I will definitely say that not everyone, but there's so many facets to fitness. I mean, you have people that do just train women, and you have people that just train men, and you have people that are core specialists, footwork specialists, football, basketball, weight loss specialists. And there's so many different niches, people that work with just one piece of equipment, to people that just do body weight, to people that lift, houses. Like, there's so many different facets to fitness, and I think it's really just finding your niche and finding what works for the clientele that you're trying to impact. That's the biggest thing for me, and I fully 100% know that, we found our niche and we found who we want to impact and who we want to change. And when you have figured that out, it's honestly magic that you can kind of see. And you don't really try to compete with other people. You're just competing with yourself. And then you watch your growth in your process as that goes on. And it's been amazing to see, man. It's a journey. We love it.
In your own lane, man. I love to hear that, bro. That makes perfect sense. So what do you specialize in?
So we specialize in, my whole goal, man, honestly, is, and our slogan at Fitness Destination is, adversity is your advantage.
Wow.
Right? So the main thing we specialize in, we do classes and we do personal training, but we're fun. We want to take, a lot of people, especially from the African American community, I tend to see that we see fitness as torture.
Yes.
And we see fitness as something that is off of, it can't be fun, right? And so we bring the fun to fitness so anybody can join it. Anybody can have a good time, whether you've never worked out or you work out every day. And it's just finding, like you said earlier, your lane. And it's enjoying the things out of fitness and enjoying how your body moves. And it's also enjoying how your body changes and transforms. And most of that, honestly, isn't even physical. It's mental. And just the way you feel. And our biggest thing is we like to change from the inside out. It's the transformation. And when we see our clients are more confident, when we follow them on Instagram and they're posting pictures and they're doing things with our other clients and in our community, it makes us super excited. And that's the biggest thing, man. We want to be a community that's not just solely built on fitness, but on nutrition, but on health, as far as mental health, as far as mindset, and all kinds of coaching, man. So our umbrella is set pretty wide, but it's because we've seen a huge need, man, and it's not so much about the aesthetics. It's so many people make it to be about, like, when you turn on the TV or look at a newspaper, men and women are like, I need to look like this to be adequate, or I need to be like this, or I need to bench press this. When it's just you being the best version of yourself, and that can look in like so many different things. And that's what we aim to do at Fitness Destinations.
Man, that It speaks volumes. I mean, to the process and the product that you all supply. There, from like seeing a variety of your clients and things like that, man. The energy and morale of the people when they're there working out fits exactly the script you just mentioned. So it speaks, like I said, it speaks for itself. Not only the things that you're mentioning speak for itself, but the name Fitness Destination. You know, this is the destination for fitness. With everything that you just said is encompassing that name. Where did that name come from?
So actually, it came from. It was really my wife, man.
Wow.
And
okay.
So, you know, there's always this saying that it's not a destination, it's a journey, right?
Absolutely.
When you go into fitness. And so we wanted to play on that word, because when you get in a car and you're going someplace, like, you don't just say, let's just go somewhere. You have a destination that you want to hit, right? Whether it's a weight loss goal, whether you want to fit in a certain dress size. So just because we're a community that likes to have fun and likes the energy, we also know that goals need to be hit.
Absolutely.
Right? And we're goal driven. And when you come to Fitness Destination, we want you to know that, like, we're aiming for you to hit your goals. And the goals are set by you, not by me, not by anyone else around. These are goals that you want to hit, whether it's to lose weight, whether it's to feel better, whether it's to run a marathon, whether it's to hike a mountain, wherever your destination is, that's what we're trying to help you accomplish. And that's why it's Fitness Destinations with the S, because once you hit one, then we're going to the next. You know, it's plural. So you hit one, we're going right to the next one, then right to the next one, then right to the next one. Because it's a lifestyle. It never stops. And that's the beauty of it, because it's it's the goal.
Yeah.
That's what it's about. Yeah.
Constantly moving that finish line to continue to keep
Exactly.
going. Otherwise, we kind of wither away and die, right?
Exactly. No one wants to stay the same. You
Absolutely.
know what I mean? Yeah.
Absolutely. Because this was a natural thing for you, to me, it becomes a little more, not even a little more, just seemingly difficult to bring about, like, what were some of the moments in life that were the critical moments, but at the same time with an idea of working, curating this for so long.
Yeah.
Right? Where have the transitions been from, and not even not where have they been, but were there times where you got to a point where, hey, I know I wanted to do this, but it's not turning out and working out the way that I wanted it to.
Yes.
So I kind of have to pivot and shift this way.